You see the camera shot?
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Huh?
Very nice.
Yeah, I got it.
Hello.
I hate that.
Sherry.
Hey, Ali.
How you doing, Queen?
Hey, King. How are you?
I'm good. I'm actually in the car. I'm getting to a place where I can be. Really want to get a read in the field on what our participants and staff actually feeling as so much turmoil is happening. You know, in last weekend, we recently had, I think, 102 shootings and 14 murders over Father's Day weekend. I think 5 or 6 of those murders were dealing with children ranging from the age of 3 to 16. In light of that, we come into our participants and asking for some answers to what we can do to help get to a better space. Scientists got answers to things, and the higher ups, they often come with answers, but we believe that the participants that's connected to what's going on out here, one, they feel the effects, and two, they kind of know some of the next steps. We just have to be able to listen. So this is the time we come to listen to you guys to tell us about what's going on out there. One, how you dealing with this thing, and then if it affected you, and then if certain things are affecting you, and then how can we move forward? What's some of the next best steps? So we're gonna pull some layers back through this conversation. I hope you guys ready. We're gonna dig deep on this one. All right. So we got all of our sites connected here. We reached out to everybody. We reached out to Eman. We reached out to 5000 West. We reached out to our guys, our family on 111th, 95th, our family at Eman, Ma'afa, Abel, to really kind of, have their input and say on what's going on. To say we're talking about the same issues. If what's affecting you in your hub or neighborhood is affecting us the same way. So that's what the conversation is and the gist. So let's move forward. All right, so one of the main questions we asking today is, based on the current events and affairs, how is this actually affecting you? So who we got on the panel today? We have Jason, Lead Outreach from 5000 West. We got Paris, one of the good brothers from 5000 West. We got Damian Anderson, one of the brothers from 95th. And we got some more people joining in as well. But this is our panel as of right now. If you've been requested to be on the panel, please raise your hand so we'll know and Sherry can get you in on the panel side. If you've been requested, so at the bottom, there's an area where you can you can put in the chat or Q&A and put, just say I'm supposed to be on the panel or something like that, or put down panelists so Sherry know where you are. So Jason, we're gonna start with you. Matter of fact, let's start with you, Paris, since you're one of the good brothers. How has some of this these shootings, man, how has these things affected you in recent times? Since the last weekend, man, how has this affected you and the people in your neighborhood and your family?
Just last week or the week before last, my brother was just involved in gun violence where he was shot twice in both his legs. So, just to go through that type of tragedy again, which I lost a little brother at the age of 20. And just to see that repeat. So it's like, I feel like we need to find out what the issue is. Is they lonely out here? Like, is they in fear of doing something different in life? Like, we need to find out what the issue is, because I feel it's getting to a point where that we losing a lot of good brothers. We losing a lot of great churches out here that ain't even had a chance to even live life yet. So I just feel that, the gun violence is basically is at its peak right now. And a lot of talking, and we need more action on the streets, really speaking, shaking brothers' hands, giving them a hugs, bringing them to the program. Like, how can we offer them this or give them that? Like, I feel like it's a time that we need to start, like, communicating more physically with them.
All right. Jason, what's your thoughts on this, man?
Well, being the supervisor outreach and, being on the front line, I mean, off back is sad to watch young brothers lose their life and young sisters, especially seeing some of these kids this past weekend, a 13-year-old who was in the house doing a TikTok dance with her mother, and a stray bullet came through the window and killed her. And to see a young 3-year-old boy killed, in a car with a stepfather. I mean, it's tough, man. I think that's why we do the work. I think that's why we reach out to the guys that we are trying to reach. I think we got to fill some voids. I think a lot of these young brothers are in situations where they are dealing with things that, they're afraid to talk about. When I think about some of the brothers I talk to in the program, they feel lost, but they don't have anybody they can open up to. And I think we just got to have more programming. We got to get the right guys in the program, and then we have to have the right tools to give these young brothers to take away, because, if you take away something, you got to add something. And so we got to figure out what it is that they really love doing to add to take away from the government.
Okay. Damian Anderson. Damo, give us something, man.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? I mean, pretty much, in my opinion, I just feel like the way most of us move out here, or, like, you know what I'm saying, like, the younger generation, the way that they move it's been normalized. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, people see it on the daily, it happen on the daily, people want to get involved with it. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on for a long time. I do feel like the numbers been inflated lately because of the whole, COVID situation and all of that, people being in the cribs and stuff like that. So yeah, the numbers gonna be inflated for a while now, because now you letting everybody back out into a cage. It's almost like a prison setup. You know what I'm saying? Your prison been on lockdown forever, and now you just let the whole prison out on the yard together. You get what I'm saying? It's still pent up aggression in a lot of people. It's still whatever going on. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, you release all that anger back into the city. Of course, the numbers gonna jump. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. Yeah, you got casualties like the 3-year-old boy. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, the history of Chicago was built on violence. So it's like, I don't really know how you can shake it, but I don't know.
Right.
Everybody,
you know what?
Like, it's gonna be hard to shake something that's being normalized. This stuff being put in our face every day on music videos and movies and stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Then with the way stuff going in the streets right now, you feel what I'm saying? You see they got people out here just doing their thing with all this scamming stuff that's going on, all the stimulus shit. Everybody, they just playing with the government right now. So it's like, ain't no real control out here. It's like you took the padlocks. It's like you took the padlocks off of something that already wasn't controlled in the first place. Chicago always been violent. So once
you
you
just got shot yesterday, correct?
yeah. See what I'm saying?
How many times have you been shot total?
I've been shot in total. I've been shot 7 times.
And see, the reason we having this is because, you know,
yeah, that's
like this. What I'm saying.
Not to cut you off, but that's why I said Chicago been built on violence. You know what I'm saying? It's been something that's been going on for the longest. The numbers been high forever. Why they look higher right now? Yeah, because of this whole COVID situation. You feel what I'm saying? People been in the cribs. Now you letting people out. They done bust all the stores open. You know what I'm saying? Now it's the next step from there. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You enabling somebody to do what they wanted to do in the first place.
So this is what I want to say to you. As a father, you got children, correct?
Yeah.
As a father, there's been 7 different attempts on your life, 7 different chances that you could have died.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how does that, when you look at your children that I know you love, how does that sit with you knowing that, you know, man, if something doesn't change, then you ain't gonna be able to see them grow. Whether you die or whether you go to jail, but it's not a situation where we make it out this thing alive unscathed. And we got to do something to change. I think that's why we're here today. We really want to find out what can be done. It may not be something. There's an answer to this question somewhere, and we just really got to keep picking at it until we find out what it is.
It's like, man, media control the mind of the masses, bro. So, like I said, whatever you push in somebody's face, that's what they gonna become accustomed to. You know what I'm saying? They not pushing stock apps and stuff like CRED. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Y'all striving in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Got to start somewhere, and I feel like that's where this stepping stone is at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody not doing what y'all doing. They not pushing the positive stuff in your face. They not pushing, hey, well, go invest into some stocks, go to college, go do this. They not enabling. They not giving us the same, you know what I'm saying, bridges that y'all giving us.
Okay.
Like, so if you want my opinion, it's gonna take some more people like with this program to like really like get strength in numbers for something to even go in a different direction, because what's being pushed in our faces and what we reacting to ain't gonna get it.
Okay.
They enabling us to do what we wanted to do in the first place. But they're not showing us how to really become a boss up off of it, or you know what I'm saying, really get yourself in a better position.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that, brother. Emmanuel Mitchell, man. Mr. Mitchell, man. Talk to us, man. Give us something. Tell us how this thing affecting us out here, man. How it's affecting you and your family.
Well, it's affecting everybody. I'm in the imam hub of the program. So we literally just lost 3 brothers in like a week. This was a week and a half ago. So with that being said, we already, the people in Iman and all my brothers, we already feeling, you know, what type of environment we come from. But like what the last brother was talking about, is normalized in our society, especially for people that's from Chicago. That's why it's so hard to, you know what I'm saying, trying to counteract what's going on and what's going on in our society right now within Chicago, because everything is so normalized. Everything is so regular to the point that everybody think that when something happens like this, oh yeah, we just seen 104 people get shot, 13 people got killed, a little 3-year-old kid get changed. It's normal. Everybody wanted to act like it's normal because there's been the same narrative on countless different occasions. So with that being said, it's hard, like we on here right now trying to find options and solutions to, you know, trying to combat the situation. But honestly, it's hard to do that because it's so normalized and people think this is, you know what I'm saying, this is just the right way of, not to say the right way of life, but they just think this is life. So it's hard to even try to combat the whole situation because, like I said, like the last brother said, it's normal. Everybody in Chicago, in each of these hubs, everybody got the same story to a certain extent. We all got different backgrounds, but we got the same story to a certain extent. We all been through the same, you know, everybody been through trials and tribulations and things like that. That's why we in these type of hubs that we in, because we trying to change our lives and things like that. And at the end of the day, like I said, everything, a lot of the things that goes down in Chicago, especially the violence, is normal now. It's all normalized. It's all normalized. Everybody normalizes everything now. And like he said about the social media and the technology and stuff like that, he I'm gonna expand on that. Now the technology, when you got certain things like the technology thing, when you can play on people's emotions with technology, and what he said, the media control the masses. That's the truth. The media controls everything. So whatever you want us to know, whatever you want us to see, it's gonna be controlled through media. And with that being said, all we do, so whatever's normal. So okay, put it like this. So when the COVID stuff first began, all we were saying on the news was COVID, COVID, COVID. Now that George Floyd, everything that happened with George Floyd, now it's the George Floyd thing. Now it's okay. Now we're moving into phase 4 and things like that. So whatever they want to produce out there, whatever they want you to know, whatever they want to be on the forefront of everything, that's what's going to be put in our face. And to just to come back to what the last brother was talking about, everything is normalized. So with that being said, until we can break this cycle of the situation that we go through in Chicago to be unnormal, then honestly, it's never going to be a resolution to the situation.
So let me ask you this question. I'm going to pose this question. Matter of fact, I'm going to make a statement. As a black man in America, and I know you guys feel the same way. As black men in America, man, we can't settle for that shit, man. It's no way possible, looking at my son, looking at my daughter, I could settle for saying, I ain't going to do nothing. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna step out here and lock arms with these brothers to make sure. I'm ready, to be honest, I'm ready to go above and beyond and let it be known, man, we can't keep living, we can't keep doing it like this, man. We gonna get to that. Kurt, man, talk to us, man. Kurt, man, what's some of the next steps, man? Kurt. Man, I know, man, okay. Where we at? Jerome. Okay, now let's go. Jerome, where we at, brother? Sherry, you on mute?
Yes, he is on mute, but he has to unmute himself.
Hello?
Go ahead,
Hello?
my brother. Talk to us, man.
Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
You told me I was saying what's going on, like with the neighborhood and all this was going on.
What's going? How's this affecting you, man? How's this affecting you and the people in your neighborhood, your family?
Man, a lot of things changed though, Daddy. Like when I was young, I used to go outside, play sports and stuff. Now I see young kids in the house, can't go outside, play around. Neighborhood ain't safe, black on black crime. We can't even trust each other. We divided, we're not multiplying. And I got like 4 kids of my own self. So, and after I changed my life around, like get better, own self, drugs, do none of that stuff no more. But in reality, I think the shit fucked up though. Definitely on Father's Day, I don't know if that's a sign or something or whatever it is, but it was just crazy to me. Seeing all these young kids dying, like, man, it's
No, brother, listen, we want, man, be as candid as possible, man. This one thing we connected, we family in a sense, man. I know we ain't never met, but we family in a sense. So man, just be open and honest, man. This real because it's nobody that's come to save. We got to save ourselves, man. Ain't no, but we have to save ourselves. And if you really love your kids, like I know you do, and I love mine, but we got to figure out if it's nothing but our children's future is our middle ground, our common ground. We got to get to that and figure out how we finna stop what's going on out here, man, or change the narrative in some way, some form possible. We got to figure out the answer, and it's in here. It's not a situation where it's not an answer. The answer in here. Dr. T, what's up, brother? Dr. T.
I would say we just need to open more programs up and stuff. That's all. And that's it.
Okay, I agree. That's one. That's one. We're gonna go to Dr. T real quick, Jerome. Dr. T, where you at?
Yeah, I'm right here, brother. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
You know, I think right now there are brothers on this call who have already decided for them personally, they're not gonna be involved in the violence anymore. And for them, I like to hear from them how they came to that decision, how they're making it happen for themselves. They also are probably brothers on the call who haven't made that decision yet or haven't taken that action yet to remove themselves from being involved in it. For those brothers, think about what it will take for you to make that step. What needs to happen for you in your life to get you to the point where you decide, I'm not going to be involved in it anymore. Think about those two questions. Let me hear from the brothers. What do you think to help us think about this further?
Let's go. Let's go, brothers. Participants. We want to hear from the participants, man. We want to hear from the participants. Talk to us. The ones that have made a change, what was that turning point for you? The ones that haven't made quite a change yet, what's holding you up and what can happen to help you make a change? Quentin, there you go, Quentin. Talk to us.
Yo, blessings to all you brothers, man. Everybody made a valid point, man, and it all go together with what's going on. Man, it's been too much bloodshed. It's blood for blood, you know. People want their legs back. You know, when we talk about how the weekend affected us, that was my birthday weekend. My birthday was Friday, Juneteenth, and it's just crazy. It's like you could be in one world, one city, but it's two different worlds. Because while all that violence was going on, we was doing the caravan, and we was riding through the city, and there was so much love from everybody, from black to white to Mexicans, Puerto Rican. Everybody was showing love for this day, and all this other violent stuff going on. And I just buried one of my brothers that graduated with me last week, and it was hard, man, because just like I changed, I watched him change it too. We was on the journey together, and you know, your past sometimes do catch up with you, and just from things you're doing in the world, you know, when you doing certain stuff, it just catch up with you, man, and it's unfortunate to see my little brother. We just buried him, man. It was hard for me, and he changed. He was changing. He was revolving himself around different people, being at the church more, being around wise men, wise counsel, just being connected, being unified with brotherhood. A lot of the brothers, a lot of stuff that we can do that we don't know that we can do. We never get the opportunity to, or we never have nobody pushing us, saying like, man, you could do that, or go ahead, give it a try. You know what I'm saying? So just us being unified together, it solidified that, because it's like, I ain't so good at something, but you good at it, and you can show me, and that's how we operate, and it's hard, man, dealing with this, and I don't want. Hold on, give me a second.
Take your time, bro.
Yeah. So, man, it's it's heavy. Yeah, just like my brother Jerome, he in the 4th cohort this year. Man, great brother, man. Real motivating, sharp, and just ready to change. And he brought his brothers with him, And then I think about how I got involved with Martha. My brother brought me, so it's more a leading by example thing, man. We got to show other brothers that it's other stuff they could do. Marquand, that's the brother that just died. He was calling. He was waiting on the job, and he was calling every day for that job. Now, the job wasn't available, but that was due to the COVID. But he still was calling every day. He never stopped calling. He called every day and check up with him. Yeah, is the job still available? We gonna let you know when it's ready. But he still was calling. So it's just the fact of the resources around us, or what we can do. Who gonna push us to do it, or can we even do it? A lot of stuff I do now, I work for Martha now. I work for Martha. I do a lot of different stuff. And I never thought I could do it. I ain't never think I'd be getting emails and just having my own email and helping other brothers do other stuff. I ain't never think I'd be able to do that. I only thought I could do bad stuff, but it's like the people around me, they pushed me and showed me like, nah, you could be better, you could do better. And most important, the Lord, praying to the Lord, man, just trying to switch over, not just for me, but for him too. Just, you feel me, trying to be better and try to walk in his will and his way, man. And that's what helped me a lot. And that's what I'm pushing on to my younger brothers. That's how we move, and we just trying to stay strong, man. So we gotta let each other know that we can do all the stuff that we thought we couldn't do. We gotta encourage each other more. You feel me? I mean, it ain't easy. Ain't nothing worth having a meant to have supposed to be easy. So it's hard, but that's just all about us getting through it and working through it.
All right. I appreciate you, brother. Darius, talk to us, man. Hold on, you're on mute.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just listen to all these brothers, man, and just really, I've been like, they know I always been thinking about the Chicago violence stuff, man. I've been taking it real serious just as the whole thing for like the last 10 years or so, paying attention to it. And these last couple of weeks have been bad. They've been real kind of bad, low key. But the same, I think changing the narrative. I was listening to Manny talk about the social media, brother before him saying how it's normalized. And then I was listening to this brother talking about how he was just on his birthday weekend. They was riding through the city fine, no problem or nothing. And the thing is like the narrative, it's like to change the narrative. It's like we got to change the narrative. It's how we speak on each other. And actually, like, it was like, I know it was just not that long ago when we had a few brothers on here, brothers from Lil Jones and all that, was talking about how in 1974 and 93, like it was 900 plus murders them year. It was like 50 plus kids under 14 murdered in like 92 or 93. And like, the thing is though, like them was peaks for them years, but that was normalized back then. It was actually that bad back then, but it wasn't it was a more of a lower tone narrative. Now, I feel like just talking bad about it makes it work because it makes everybody tensed up and scared and paranoid. And it's just how it is now. Everybody like got to get their guns and stuff because you never know, like everybody got their finger on the trigger. I can't tell you not to put yours on it. But that's what I think changing the narrative start with yourself, how you talk about Chicago. That's what I think everybody should do and really knowing your mind, heart, soul, whatever, into your pinky toe that know it really used to be a lot worse on a regular year after year after year after year in Chicago. And nowadays it's still bad. Only reason probably slowed down because they locked a lot of black people up in the early 2000s, a whole bunch of us. And now guys coming home or whatever, And like you say, people coming outside from the coronavirus, it's gonna be some badness. Like, we just really need to, I feel like, weather the storm, stay together, and don't just like judge your brother. Like, a 3-year-old got killed. Damn, that's real sad to hear about that stuff. But I can't go and sit there and look at the dude who shot that 3-year-old like he's just an animal. He's a savage. You know, I don't know what the hell dude did to him or what was going on between them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like we wrong for doing that type of shit. Just all these girls on social media, y'all talking about bad about a guy when they hit you and did something or whatever. These the same type of niggas y'all try to be up under popping bottles and stuff with. And man, that stuff, it just blow me, G, the way we talk about ourselves. For real. I feel like you want to change the narrative, start with yourself. And that's for everybody.
Appreciate your comment, man. Brother Curtis. Brother Curtis, man.
Y'all got me sweating up here, huh?
Brother Curtis, talk to us, man. What's some of the next steps, man? This man, 102 shots, 14 murder, and you probably got, you know, your stats be more accurate than mine. Like, man, this crazy.
You were almost right in the exact. I mean, you know, I really would, you know, like to continue to hear from the brothers on the line, man, because at the end of the day, you know, we could talk change, but they got to be the change that we need to see. So I really want to just keep hearing from them, and then I'll chime in. I just, you know, really want them to be able to articulate it the way that they best know how, and not really articulate it the best way they know how, but to actually tell how they really feel, man. Because, you know, again, like the brother said, we've normalized this, you know, even me to a certain degree. And, you know, it ain't nothing about, you know, somebody that you love being killed every few days, right? Or being shot every day. There's nothing normal about that. But again, like I say, the change that we want to see got to come from these brothers along with our help, you know, but they got to be at the forefront of this change, man. So I just like to really continue to hear from them, if that's possible.
Yeah, you know what? So just to make it clear, you brothers are the soldiers, man. Y'all the blood. Y'all are you guys are the kings. You the soldiers. Y'all got the strength. Some of us got some of the knowledge. Man, we done lost so many times. We can tell you how to lose. So don't lose. Paris, talk to me. Okay, Paris. All right, Damo. Okay, it was me. Okay. Paris, give us something, man.
I basically want to touch base on all the individuals that spoke on how to be normal. Like, I don't look at it as something normal. We got to look at it as it's our normal to those that are not out there. Entries committing violence, but for the ones that's okay, they do the ones that's saying this is normal. I feel we can create maybe
Paris, real quick, because you breaking up. So try to get, if you can, get to a better area for me so you won't break up so we can hear what you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I said, what we need to do is communicate with the guys that's still active in the streets, that's committing crimes. Let's bring them to, you know, one location. You know, let's congregate, really get their opinion on how can we actually come to a solution. Like, for example, like the Bloods and the Crips. They can do it. So I just feel that, you know, for a person to actually say that this is something wrong every day, it's at least about 10 killings every day. Let's come to a solution on how can we bring all that to it. If we can't do that, then that's going to continue to be at its highest rate ever.
Respect that. Damo. Come on, man.
I mean, in my opinion, I just feel like we should have been told the truth a long time ago. Because you talking about a city that, and I'm gonna go back to when I said media control the mind of the masses. You talking about a city where almost anybody who grew up in a urban area, the hood, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You learned about the gangs. You know what I'm saying? All right, now you got your chiefs throughout every gang, kings, whatever status they hold. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we only heard the negative shit about the people that we chose to follow in the guidelines or whatever gang we chose to, you know what I'm saying, pledge our allegiance to. You know what I'm saying? We only heard the violence of it. You know what I'm saying? We only heard the strength and violence. We never heard the good shit that was going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like that information got withheld from us. We didn't hear about community food drives and shit like that. School supply giveaways and the things that was done within the communities with these so-called gangs or organizations, whatever you want to call it. We ain't hear about those.
Mm-hmm.
We got gangland where we heard about all shit. The GDs went over there and killed 5 of them snakes. So then they came back over here. Now this little boy died. Then after that, and you know what I'm saying? This what get pushed in our face. You feel me? So it's like we gotta find a way. Like I said, one, get our strength in the media because that's where the power lies. For two, and you gotta push the right message. Like right now, since I've been with CRED, bro, I didn't fake out my life. You know what I'm saying? Back in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the brothers that they saying, you know what I'm saying, ain't really made the, you know what I'm saying, the major transition. You feel me? I'm still, you know what I'm saying, in my ways, if you wanna put it like that. You feel me? But it's like it's gonna take people like y'all to push the message. You know what I'm saying? You gotta push this. Like now I'm learning more about stocks and stuff like that. I tell my homies know about it. I got them setting up Robinhood accounts and stuff like that now. You feel what I'm saying? It's about elevation. It's about what's being brought to us. You feel me? The information that's being fed to us. You feel me? After all these years, they just not burning down Christopher Columbus statues and stuff after all these years. Why we ain't been knew that he came over here and did this, that, and the third? You know what I'm saying? Whatever, you get what I'm saying? Like it's taking too much time and too much wrong information been fed. You feel me? So it's gonna take a concerted effort from people like us in this program that want to do something different to push a different message.
Someone made the statement. There are hundreds of young men involved in Chicago CRED across the city, each doing powerful work at their hubs. Young men, would you be willing to come together with each other CRED participants, even if some of them are considered your ops, to make a public statement of unity and brotherhood? There's power in numbers. Are we willing to come together and say, man, forget all the nonsense, man. We got too many situations going on out here. We need to come together and lock arms and say, man, look, I'm here for you, you here for me, man. Let's make it better for our children, our future, man. Can we do that together? Is that too much of an ask?
I mean, personally,
at this point, probably. Because in my opinion, you have to work from within. You feel me? So if you're gonna ask, you can ask for it, like, you know what I'm saying, group wise, you know what I'm saying, as a concerted effort, you can ask for that, but I feel like you need to ask each individual person, can they take that step in the right direction to start moving that way? Because that's the only way it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have leaders and you're gonna have followers. So yeah, if a few people start moving in the right direction, yeah, you're gonna see them certain people start moving that way. But if you talk to each and every person and make that person look in the mirror and change something about them, like y'all was able to do with me, then it'll go a different route. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, I feel like Personally, it comes from within, what you want first. You know what I'm saying? You got to be self-accountable first. You have to be accountable for yourself, period, point blank. We can't blame nothing on the past, nothing that our people before us did. We gotta work on what we doing and what we did. You see what I'm saying? It's about you first. I can't go to my community and try to help my community if I'm not right first. That's for one. I have to be right with self first. I can't every time we have a CRED talking bullshit because Arnie up here and certain people up here to make it look good. Fuck that. You see what I'm saying? It's real talk. We gotta really put this work in, man, if we really want to change. The ones that want to put the work in, let's do this shit for real, for real. We can't worry about what the homies talking about, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have ones who are not gonna want to be a part of the thing because they're worried about what the next man's saying. Okay? Fuck what the next man's saying. You gotta worry about you and what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? It's real talk. I know for a fact, like with me, I know my influence. I know the type of influence I got. You see what I'm saying? But at one point in time, I was pushing my shit the wrong way. I know the influence that I have now since I've been in this program. And I'm always gonna say this. That's why I have a love the way I have for Kurt, the way I have for the love I have for Kurt, because of what he did when my homie died. You see what I'm saying? He came to the block. Him and 20, they came to the block. We need cats like that, bro. He didn't have to be out there. But he was there when shit was about to take place. He was there. We need that. We need that. We need those. We don't need to keep talking. We need to keep showing. Like how Tony and Kurt did. They showed up. We can keep saying what we gonna do. What we gonna do, we gotta do it though, Ali. We gotta do it. It's a must-have. Fuck all that talking, bro. The talking ain't nothing. We gotta put in that work. That's the only way things get done if you push. Offense sell tickets, defense wins games. You told me that back in 03, Arnie. You told me that when we said High Park, Arnie. You said offense sell tickets, defense win games. You feel me? That's the only way you survive. You play defense. You see what I'm saying? We gotta push up these numbers. We gotta be the ones. We run the streets. We are the consumer. We are everything. Why we can't do it? We can do it, but we worried about what everybody else thinking about. That's my thing, man.
Kurt, man. Kurt.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
Kurt, man.
Man,
Come
you know,
on, man.
I'm having a whole bunch of technical difficulties with this phone, but yeah, you know, man, the brother Moss I love him, man, like a brother, man, you know, he speak nothing but truth, you know, and you know that's what I've been saying, you know, from day one, man. We doing a whole lot of lip service, man, and understand what they really going through, man. You got to be out there with them. You got to be out there in it. You got to be willing to risk your life the way they risking yours every day. And I believe for the most part, the majority of us are doing that, man. But they just got to see it. They got to feel it and know that we out there and we part of the struggle with them, man, to see something different. And, you know, and like I keep saying, the only way we going to see it, man, if we see it together, but they got to be the leaders of this movement, man. They got to be at the forefront. And just the way, man, unfortunately, man, you know, the same way that there's casualties going on in this BS, man, there's going to be casualties going on, man. People trying to do the right thing, man, you know, and that's unfortunate as hell, man. But, hey, we got to die for something, man. I'd rather die for, man, trying to see these little brothers and sisters live, man, than out there, man, watching them kill each other. So that's just where I'm at with it, man. You know, Mouse, I'm always here, man. I'm always out there. You know, I'm about to get out there in a minute. You know, a lot of people probably don't even want me to get out there, but I can't sit still, brother, while people losing their lives, man. So I'm about to get out there.
Man, you know what it is, man. You know what's going on, big dog. And I don't like how they did you neither, man, but we're going to talk about that later. I don't like how they did you on the shaft for the opening neither, man.
We at a point right now where it's time for you. Moss, you said something perfect, and I love you as well, brother. We doing these check-ins.
I love you like my mama had you, bro.
Yeah, we do these check-ins, and our check-ins, we talk about what's some of the next steps. And now as a CRED family as a whole, we talking about the next steps, right? And you know, it's been so much that's been happening. We talking about, man, police brutality. That's a major one, right? To see that, I mean, black men getting hung. I mean, that's a major one. That's a hard pill to swallow, right? But then there's something about us killing each other and little kids dying and being murdered, man. Just like it's like an ugly sight, because then who do we blame? We can't blame nobody but us. And like I said, and just like you said, man, I refuse. My brother Kurt, I refuse to just stand for nothing, man. I refuse. So what I'm saying, and I'm saying this, man, I want to go with the brothers that want to go, that want to make a change. I want to make a pledge with y'all as a black man and a brother to you. This ain't no black thing. This a brother thing. As a brother to you. I'm saying I'm willing to pledge to you guys. Man, I'll put my life on the line. I put my life on the line to make sure you right, long as you doing right. And I got two kids and a wife that I love. I pledge before God that I'll put my life on the line to make sure you doing the right, to make sure you right if you doing right. And I'm willing to say this too. I'm asking my brother CRED if we could sponsor a trip, man, to go on Chicago Avenue in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the same spot where George Floyd took his last breath. And I want some brothers, man, y'all put up your hand if y'all with this, man. Put up your hand if you with this. And say, man, if we the same site where George Floyd took his last breath on Chicago Avenue, lock arms, man, and say, man, look, I pledge to you, I'm going to be here for you, you be here for me. And we ain't going to try to hurt each other, man. I'm going to try to uplift you, man. But I damn sure ain't going to try to hurt you. If you brothers with it, man, let it be known, man, because we trying to make this happen. Every hub, man, take it to your hub. Ask the guys in your hub if they willing to take that type of pledge, man. And we go right on the site where George Floyd took his last breath, man, because that's really where it kicked off. That's what awakening, it ain't the awakening for me, but it was just a whole nother awakening for me. It just, the reality became too different for that situation. So I'm asking you brothers, man, to let's join the brothers on house arrest. Let's see if we can get these guys some movement for that type of stuff. The brothers on probation, parole, let's see if we get them some kind of movement behind that. And that my brother Craig Nash with it, man. I'm with it. Craig, can we get some support on that, please? Craig. I see you unmuted, Craig. I see you unmuted. What's going on? Can we get some support? This is the type of stuff, these are the type of steps we need to make, man, because my son gonna keep going. God willing, he gonna keep going. He can't grow up with his father not doing what he can do, man. My daughter gonna keep growing. She can't grow up with me not putting my all in.
Hey, but you know something, Ali, and this is
real quick. Jamali has something to say. Jamali, talk to him. We waiting on Craig to come in.
I was raising my hand. I appreciate all the brothers that share with this shit. I was raising my hand when you asked, raise your hand if you with that. Because I'm just knowing that 4th of July weekend is around the corner, and that's on a Saturday. And we already had some real, just terrible, brutal weekends, man, this year. We got to do something to get out in front of it. I know it's Corona's going on. We're trying to figure out how to get our guys back on site over at Iman as well. But just knowing that 4th is coming, we got to get in front of that while we got a moment.
Let's go, man. Craig, come on, talk to us, man.
If you could state the question again, I'm sorry, I missed your question, bro.
Okay, the question is, we asking brothers on this line, and for them to take it back to the people and they hubs. If they ready to unite, lock arms. If you ain't, you ain't. I understand. But if you ready to unite and lock arms and say and make some type of pledge as brothers, man, to say we ain't gonna hurt each other, we gonna uplift each other, we gonna support each other. We coming back as a brotherhood, and we gonna be the example We're going to be the message we bring. We trying to do this in Minneapolis, in Minnesota, on the same spot, Chicago Avenue, on the same spot George Floyd took his last breath. We trying to make a solemn oath right there that, man, we gonna support each other, man, and we gonna make a change. I'm asking that we can get some support as far as a sponsor of a trip or something like that. Can we do that with your support, brother?
Oh, yeah, we can do that with my support. And we need the brothers to commit. So if the brothers will commit to this trip, to testing before we leave for the trip, testing when we come back from the trip, because we don't want them to bring back anything to their family in the way of this virus, whatever we can do to support it. And you know how we roll, and we need to know right away, because we are a week and a day away from, well, really a week from when we will leave. Because you know how we get out of here on the Friday of the holiday weekend, and the 4th is falling on a Saturday. It's going to be a rough weekend. We hope not, but we know usually it's rough around holiday weekends. So if the brothers will commit, I'll do whatever I can in my power to set up those logistics. It'll be a quick turnaround. So we need to have all this rolling right away.
So brothers, every brother at your site, everybody that's a representative at your site, man, we need your brothers to commit to taking the test for the coronavirus before they leave. We need some people, some staff on deck to make sure these guys could get a ride there if they don't have a ride. And then we got to get them tested as soon as possible, and then commit to a test when we coming back. We're going to go out just like that and come back the same way. We're going out healthy and we coming back healthy, God willing, man. If y'all with this, man, I'm with it, man. And please, let's do this, man, for ourselves, for our family, and our communities. We got to make this change, man. We got to make this change. Arnie, you got something you want to say?
No, I just appreciate, I'm just listening, trying to soak it up, just appreciate the honesty. And I'm just looking at the chats. There's I think it's a fair conversation for the guys of whether we go to Minneapolis first, or whether we do something together on the south or west sides, or do something where a 3-year-old was killed. And it's one thing to go to Minnesota and soak that up. It's another to make a stand in our hometown. And it's not either or. Maybe we do both. But I just think we got to, I'd always rather take care of our own backyard first before we do something else. But I'm open either way. And I think trying to do some stuff together is important. And if we could, again, to your point, have a show of strength across neighborhoods, across hubs, stand together before the July 4th weekend, I think it'd be really, really powerful. And I know it's asking a lot of guys, it's asking a lot of guys, it's asking them to, put some historical stuff to the side. But if we could pull something like that off here, and maybe also Minneapolis, I'm all in. I'm all in. But to your point, I'll lead the young guys got to lead us on this one. We can support them, but they got to lead us. They got to decide what they're going to do.
If you guys want to do it in Chicago, let's do it. I'm wherever you guys want to do it. I'm with wherever you guys want to do it at, man. I'm with whatever. We just know it. This got to be done, and it got to be seen by other people, man. That okay, other people, we done did it. We have done it. We have done it, man. So let's get this thing going. Let's march. Let's do something. And I'm talking about, we got to stop. Y'all said it. That lip service is over with, man. It's over with. It's time to really put some action. Reach out to these streets and ask these brothers, man. Let them know it's some love here, man. Don't hate this love. Mr. Banks, you got something you want to say? Mr. Banks, I see you checking in.
Hey, I just want to let everybody know I appreciate all the comments, all the opinions, all the thoughts that were just given. They were something that we can build upon, something that we can reflect upon, something that we can put up in our program to push forward as we move on. One thing I want to say to each one of you brothers, man, that no thought, that no opinion is really falls short of not being implemented. It takes everything. It takes more than one solution to make this thing work. The west side is different from the south side. The east side is different from the west side. We all got to get to the ground root of what's going on within our own community and help, because that's what we're most familiar with. Brothers, a lot of talk has been around Black Lives Matter. you can see that this thing is happening all over the country, man. All over the world, people was protesting about what had happened. But first thing you got to know that Black lives matter to Black folks. You got to understand that your life matters. Everybody's on the front line for you, but you got to understand you have to know that your value of what you are. And then you'll be able to stop the violence within your own community. So stop thinking and looking at outreach worker. I'm now the life coach. I'm now the clinical. I'm now the job person who's gonna help y'all get jobs. This is for the young people out there. Y'all got to stand up. Y'all got to be the next leaders within this organization, within this street call for peace. We can only direct you, we can only help you, we can only guide you, but it got to come from y'all because y'all out there, y'all know better than we know. So take what we giving y'all now and tell a person, like the brother said, I agree with Moss on this. You got to understand that whatever you doing, man, you got to know that your accountability for your action, your life, the consequences behind what you do is how it's going to turn out. So you got to say to yourself, I don't care what nobody think about me. I don't care about the opinion that I give, long as you standing up on what's right. So as a Black man, please, brothers, stop killing one another. Stop. And if you know anybody that's doing anything, make that change within yourself and say, hey, brother, you know that's wrong. Hey, brother, you know you got to stop that. Hey, brother, you know you're dead, you're bogus with what you're saying right now. You're bogus with what you're doing right now. Stand up, man, and just be that outreach worker. And that's for all of us. We all got to be outreach workers. We got to get back to the street. We got to put boots on the ground. We got to make a difference, man. Because I'm in agreement with a lot of brothers saying talking is talk. But we got to get out there in the street and make it happen. From this thing that happened to the 3-year-old, for the thing that happened to George Floyd, from the thing that happened to Trayvon Martin, for the thing that happened way back in the early 80s to Rodney King. These things got to stop, man. And the only way it's gonna stop, man, if we make the difference within ourselves and value our own life. Okay, brother.
Appreciate that.
Okay, Ali.
Real quick, man, this is brother Jovan, man. Jovan Stanback. Outstanding brother. On his way to finishing college here, a participant in the program. And he got a lot of insight, man, on what's going on in the streets. Jovan, tell us something, man. Jovan. Put your hand up so Sherry can see your hand. Okay. All right, we ain't got you yet, but before we end this CRED Talks, once again, take this information. Jovan, I see you. Jovan, give us some insight, brother.
What up, Ali? Yeah, I mean, Moss right. It's too much talking, and we need to start, getting out here in these areas, boots on the ground. And that, I'm that George Floyd. That's cool. That's a police thing. But to get the community first, we're gonna have to get out here and get some type of. The police gotta respect what we doing, or they still gonna police our areas the same way, and we're gonna have another George Floyd incident. We gotta show them we got control of our areas. And that like I said, if that take 30, 40 of us with CRED shirts going with that little girl, the streets know what's going on. We need to march that area she got killed in, and it's eventually we're gonna have to go march on them areas where we know they oppositions are, and we gotta get an understanding because this stuff can't happen. And that's even in Roseland. We got to get 30, 40 of us, and we got to start getting through. Because the police is not going to stop policing us that way until they got confidence into the community to do right. Because if we ain't got no say-so amongst each other, they still need to police us because somebody got to put the dividing line between us. If ain't no dividing line between us and we as one, it'll be us against the police. Nah, we got our community. Our community good. Y'all overdoing it over here. But as long as we got that split amongst our community, they're going to keep doing it.
So I propose this, brothers, before we leave. I propose, man, we keep this conversation going next week just to make sure we got a lot of things in order. We're going to line the ducks up and we finna hit the streets. We got to put some things in order. After this conversation here, I propose to the staff, to the high-ups, man, look, let's put some things where these guys are asking and let's go march out in these streets, man. They want to go to the sites. Let's listen to them. Let's actually do it. What do we have to do to get this stuff done? We got some guys on house arrest, and we got some connection with those people. Let's, man, talk to those people so we get these guys off movement for that particular day so we can make moves through the street. If that's what we're looking to do, man. I think we really need to pay attention to what they're asking, and let's see how we can help and assist them in the best way we can. My brother Craig Nash.
Then I would propose that we hold off on anything next weekend, going out of town, and possibly after dealing with some stuff here in Chicago, maybe look towards August or something like that.
I'm with that. Whatever the conversation that's coming from our guys to do this, to hold off and deal with home first. I seen you, Billy, say, deal with home first. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is not for show. That these answers got to be answered here. So I'm with it, man. Let's put it and let's not let it be lip service. Let's not let it be lip service. My sister, Miss Rochelle, before we wrap it up. Miss Rochelle. Miss Rochelle, go ahead, sister.
Hey, Ali, thank you. It had kicked me out for a second. Since COVID-19, I've been out in the communities a lot, just making sure I have a hands-on approach with the participants like I like to have when they're in the building. So when in speaking with them and talking to them, there were two very important things that they've shared that I think is worth conversation. They just kind of getting their feedback on it and see if this rings true with them across the city. One of the things that they've said was, part of the reason why some things hasn't changed for them personally or they don't move differently is because they really operate under, I can't leave my brother behind. So even if I have this potential and this opportunity, I don't feel right. I don't feel honored or as a man to leave and move around and I'm leaving my brothers behind. So it has to be a change that can happen where all of us can move and grow together because I can't leave them behind. That was one thing. And another thing that was stated was that the absence of the big homie, the big brother, you know what I'm saying? When we got the Hoovers and all of them arrested and gone away for life, they don't have that leadership. So because of that, as Damo said earlier, we're not hearing about all the great things that these organizations have done for the community. So it's like, we just running havoc, running loose, no structure, no guidance, no foundation, no premises. We're trying to figure it out as we go along. So I just wanted to see if the guys who's still on the call, just if they can give some feedback around those two things, does that impact them specifically? Is that part of that thought process? And how can we help navigate them through that? Or again, what is it that we can do? Because that's the purpose of this call.
Damo.
Big homies, you gotta understand the big homies it go by generation. It's our time. The big homies gotta pass the torch. So at some point it's time you gotta get yourself to become the big homie. You gotta have your mindset to be the big homie. So what that mean in a area, everybody at different ages and different stages of a time of being off the porch. And it just, if I'm 32 and this guy's out there 35, 36, that's my big homie. And that me think if it's guys 26, 25, 20, and I've been off the porch long, I'm their big homie. So it's a level of respect inside yourself you gotta have for people around you. So nowadays the problem is people be in the field 32 years old with a guy who's 19 and he let him treat him like they equal. You're not gonna start a job and talk to the manager anyway, you're not equal. And that's something that has to be installed in people's mindset, just even in life. You know what I'm saying? Because now they come off the street dealing with somebody who's been out the street 10 years old and they get a job. Now they thinking they can talk to the manager the same way as a regular. It don't work like that. This is life. But you know, it's really a sit down with people and understanding how their area is operating as well.
Can I?
That's respected, Javon. You know, the next move, we got to further this conversation, come with some real ironed out plans and next steps for next week. This the end. We coming to the end of this specific conversation, not conversation, but the specific time period for this one. But next week, we iron out everything. We're gonna dissect this video. We're gonna iron out some real points and come with a real agenda to move forward and not just be lip service. And everybody want to be on. Everybody want to make this move. Let's make this move. Everybody don't, man. Just sit back, and it's understood that that's not what you're on right now. But don't discourage nobody for trying to make some positive moves to move forward, man, to help our situation. So with that being said, I personally want to tell you guys, man, I love you, and love to me means to want nothing for you but the best. And God knows I want the best for every last one of you guys. I want the best for every last one of you. And I hope to see you guys next week with some real plans, some more ideas, some things we can do moving forward. And then we need the guys that's up top, man, to hear you guys and really try to support some of the ideas that you guys have. All right? Love you guys, man. We say CRED love, man. CRED love. Peace, brothers.
Love.
All right.